Yeah, I did some records that came out on Lowlife, and also I became quite good friends at a certain time with Braintax. And then also a lot of the people that I was very close with were putting a lot of records out with him. So Verb T, Kashmir, Harry,
My
Jest.
Stiggy.
Sorry?
My Stiggy.
My Stiggy,
Yeah.
My Stiggy, Task Force, Skinny.
Of course.
All these people did a lot of work with him. And it was like the sort of most, it was the platform, it was the biggest label in some ways at that time. Then also Brains had like a whole distribution thing going on where even stuff that wasn't on Lowlife, he would be involved in lots of other projects. So I, and I knew him fairly well. And at one point, actually, when I was studying, I was going to be moving to Spain for part of my degree. So I was doing law with Spanish law. And he was interested in moving to Spain. So at one point, we were actually this close to me, him, and this other student I was going to be out there with, getting an apartment that we were going to live in Spain whilst I studied there. And he just wanted to like spend some time in Spain and not be based in the UK for a bit. We were going to live together at one point, which is kind of mad. That ended up never happening because I chose to stay in London and not do that part of my degree. Another fork in the road moment for me in a weird way. But like, yeah, so at one point I was pretty close with him, yeah.
Did you ever work with him other than being an artist? Like, were you running anything at the label?
Nah, no, I never did.
Did you ever approach him for a job or anything?
I did actually once say to him, I want to learn about the industry. Can you teach me? And can I, like, is there some way I can? And he was like, his response was like, I don't know much. I don't know about the industry. It was, and I didn't really get like, and I was confused by his response, and it just didn't really go any further. Like, so I don't really know what happened there. But like, I would have loved to get more involved and understand how certain things work. But actually, I just was going through my own path of learning and education through that anyway, through what I was studying in law and then reading up on all the aspects of music industry law to try and teach myself that area, But yeah, I didn't have that many direct business dealings with him. Like, a couple of tracks came out through his label, but that's it. We did talk about doing an album. Like, he produced a track on my first album, and we were going to do a follow-up album to that, and he was one of the labels that wanted to put the album out. But that didn't end up happening. Can't remember why.
So from your experience of dealing with Braintax, do you feel like he actually knew what he was doing? Or was there people above him, like at distributors, advising him and stuff like that? Was he basically just kind of winging it and getting success? And the reason I'm asking that is because obviously there's a lot of accusations about him potentially robbing people and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I wonder, me as an artist, I wonder if it's a case of, and this isn't meant as a disrespect thing to any of the artists.
Yeah.
But is it a case of they didn't understand the business, they didn't have contracts in place properly? Did they get robbed? Did they misunderstand the business? Do you understand? I'm trying to come, and the reason why I'm asking you is because you're a solicitor, right? So you would understand this better than most.
My view, the answer to that is a bit of all of the above, and to different extents, and I can't quite tell to what extent. So in other words, was some of it perhaps naivety or just lack of understanding of industry stuff on his part, on the part of the artist? Was some of it that? I think some of it was. Was some of it maybe like deliberate scamming on his part? I mean, I don't really know because I wasn't involved in those deals, but a lot of people I know and respect feel that they were ripped off. So I got to give that credence, And as far as I can tell, some pretty dodgy stuff may well have happened there.